The poorest persons on Twitter may have access to more beauty and meaning in life than the most wealthy person in the world. Eating a bag of sawdust would be vastly more enjoyable than reading the laboriously pretentious drivel of Oates. 87-year-old Joyce Oates is one of the most well-known and prolific American authors of the past century. She is also one of Twitter's most notorious and prolific posters. She posts on everything: politics, philosophy, film, literature, cats. She's frequently gone viral for offering her unfiltered thoughts on a whole range of subject matter that's resulted in backlashes and being cancelled by both liberals and conservatives. And she's overshared about the state of her foot after suffering an allergic reaction. Oates is famous for making bold statements and getting in some public spats. None other than Truman Capote once called her a joke monster who ought to be beheaded in a public auditorium. But Oates literally got the last lol when she tweeted in 2013, "Ironic that I am a judge for the Truman Capote Award when Capote, in a druggy interview, said he hated me and that I should be executed. Lol." But this past week, she achieved a new level of social media stardom when she had a showdown with the man who now owns the social media platform where she spills the stream of her consciousness. I was first alerted to this when a viewer commented asking if I had seen the spat between Joyce Carol Oates and Elon Musk, and because Oates is my favorite author, of course, I had to look into it. Now, I barely ever go on Twitter or X anymore, except sometimes to spread the word about a new video that I've posted. To me, this platform has become a dumpster that I no longer want to wade through. So the only reason I ever have a look at what's being posted is just to see what JCO is up to now. And she has stepped in something far worse than poison ivy this time. It all began when Oates responded to a post by Musk where he was defending his wealth, and she wrote, "So curious that such a wealthy man never posts anything that indicates that he enjoys or is even aware of what virtually everyone appreciates: scenes from nature, pet dog or cat, praise for a movie, music, a book, but doubt that he reads, pride in a friend's or relative's accomplishment, condolences for someone who has died, pleasure in sports, acclaim for a favorite team, references to history. In fact, he seems totally uneducated, uncultured. The poorest persons on Twitter may have access to more beauty and meaning in life than the most wealthy person in the world." Musk responded to this provocation in a few different posts where he wrote, "Eating a bag of sawdust would be vastly more enjoyable than reading the laboriously pretentious drivel of Oates. And Oates is a liar and delights in being mean, not a good human. And she must be a real downer at parties. Laugh emoji." And he defended his humble origins, stating, "When I arrived in Montreal at age 17, I only had three things: $2,500, one bag of clothes, and one bag of books." Oates seems to have really got under Musk's skin because since her post, he appears to be trying to prove his cultural credentials by responding to tweets about various old films, such as Man on Fire is great, and Fifth Element has great style, and responding to the film Edge of Tomorrow, "Great movie." Oates responded with typical bemusement that her tweets are even being taken note of, stating, Truly, it was out of curiosity why a person with unlimited resources exhibits so little appreciation or even awareness of the things that most people value as giving meaning to life. Just minimally well-to-do people donate to charities, local museums, and libraries, and the like. They support the common weal, and unlike the very wealthy, these people pay high income taxes. She also seemed to refer to Musk's dismissal of her work with the curious rejoinder, "Silly person who has been eating dry sawdust evidently doesn't know that wetted sawdust stirred with tofu brings out the delicious taste in both ingredients." Now, to be fair, Musk has previously posted about his family and books, but as you can imagine, the majority of his posts are about his various business interests and political agendas. However, I think Oates' overriding point is that the most wealthy often seem to have little interest in talking about the things that make life worth living. Instead, what they often project is the desire for more control, more power, and even more wealth. I don't think that there's much to be gleaned from this exchange between Oates and Musk beyond its entertainment value, but as Johnny Diamond commented on LitHub in response to this tweet battle, as the billionaire class continues with wanton avarice to destroy the planet and everyone on it, it's nice to see, even for a moment, a billionaire get destroyed in his own grubby little playroom. So thanks, Joyce. And like many social media spats, the exchange between these two titans quickly flared up and even more quickly died down. JCO is back to mostly tweeting about politics, cats, and writers from Nabokov to Margaret Atwood, while Musk is mostly back to tweeting about AI, spaceships, cars, and how he thinks the world should be run. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed and had a laugh at perusing this curious online exchange, and if you're looking for more fearless writing by JCO, I would recommend her recent novel, Fox. I'll put a link to my full review of this book in the description below, as well as an interview I conducted with Oates about this very dark and mysterious novel, but I would also love to hear in the comments below if you have a favorite JCO tweet. But I hope you're doing well and reading good things, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.